Seeker. Written by Suzana Thompson. Performed by Heather Firth. Chapter 16. Silas is waiting for me in the hallway when I finally emerge from the restroom. "You're still here?" I exclaim in dismay. "Why didn't you go back to the cafeteria and eat?" "We're going to have lunch together," he states. I pull my cell phone out of my purse and look at the time display. "You better hurry if you want to have time to eat." I try to urge him along. He takes my hand to pull me with him, but I resist. "I'm not going back there." "Why not?" he asks. "Aren't you going to eat?" "I'm not hungry," I answer truthfully, because my appetite is gone. "Oh," he says. "Then I'll go eat at home." "You can't leave before school ends," I explain to him. "I am done for the day," he tells me. "My classes begin tomorrow. I just wanted to have lunch with you." "Oh," I respond. "Sorry about that." "It is all right," he assures me. "We will have lunch together tomorrow." The earnest expression on his face stops me from telling him that we shouldn't be seen together for a while. I wanted to say that he can sit with Madison, and that she'll help him fit in socially at school. But he seems to be clinging to me. It makes sense, since I'm the only link he has to his past, and I don't have the heart to drop him and leave him on his own. I'll have to pull away from him slowly after he gets settled into his new life. "Well, I'll see you tomorrow." "Yes," he replies. "Have a good day." He beams at me like he's exceptionally happy. That's what people say, isn't it? "Have a good day." Yeah," I agree in a more subdued tone. But people our age don't really say that. He appears to be confused. "But the girl at the store was our age, and she told us to have a good day." I realize that he must be talking about the cashier. She was doing her job. They trained them to say that to customers. He mulls that over briefly. "Then what do people our age say to each other in parting?" "See you," I reply, or just bye. "Incomplete sentences," he remarks, apparently to himself. "I see." "Okay, bye," I say, putting my lesson into action and also prompting him to leave. "Bye," he repeats, and looks to his right and then to his left. I point at the right side of the hallway. "It's that way. Go to the end of the hall and turn left. You'll see the doors to get outside." "Thank you, Mila," he says. "Yeah, bye now." I prompt him again with the desire to get rid of him before anyone sees us together. I'm hoping that the damage in the cafeteria was minimal. Silas leaves, and I head to my next class since it's almost time for the bell to ring. I get several minutes of peace before the hallway outside the classroom fills with students. My hope for not being a source of gossip seems to have been fulfilled at first, and I'm reconsidering my promise to eat lunch with Silas tomorrow. It'll be best if he makes other friends right away. That'll help him adjust faster than relying on me for his social life. Mom's right that I need to make new friends. And Silas doesn't count. I need normal people, like the friends I used to have. My life can actually be normal now that the supernatural is no longer affecting me. "What made you decide to change your hair?" Patrick asks me suddenly. I turn to him in pleasant surprise that he's speaking to me. Although he sits beside me every day in this class, the only words he's spoken to me are condolences after the death of my friends. He's obviously a shy person, so his question is unusually bold for him. "I want to be normal," I reply, continuing with the theme from my thoughts. "Oh," he says in what sounds like disappointment. You don't think I should have changed it? I question curiously. Patrick looks shyly down at his desk. I thought it looked cool. Really? You don't think it made me look weird? Scott certainly hadn't liked the dark patch in my hair, and my mom had hated it. I'm surprised that a clean-cut guy like Patrick would describe it as cool. It was cool, he repeats before glancing up at me. You still look good, he assures me and drops his gaze as a flush crawls up his neck. His embarrassment makes me uncomfortable too, and I look away from him. Thanks. That's the nicest conversation I have with a classmate that day. The rumors that Madison started spread as the day continues. I heard you have a new boyfriend, a girl in my history class says. No, I deny. I don't. I heard he's an exchange student from Italy, another girl says. He's not an exchange student, I say, before realizing that I inadvertently confirmed the existence of this boyfriend. Their eyes gleam with the excitement of juicy gossip. Who is he? One of them asks. He goes to my church, I tell them, using part of Jack's story in an effort to tone down what's circulating about us. I was showing him around because he's a new student here. He told Madison that Mila's his girlfriend. The first girl confides to the other like I'm not part of the conversation. No, he told her that he has a girlfriend. I clarify. She just assumed that it's me. Who is she? The second girl asks. I don't know, I reply. I really don't know him that well. It's going to be difficult for people to believe that statement if Silas keeps singling me out like he does the following morning, when he somehow finds me in the hallway before school begins. His delighted smile when he sees me and enthusiastic approach doesn't convey the impression that we barely know each other. Hey, Mila, he greets me. What's the sitch? What? I question in puzzlement. It's short for situation, he replies. You don't know that? No, I answer. Who says that? I heard it on television, he explains. They are in high school, and I listened to their speech. Who on TV talks that way? I ask in bewilderment. Her name is Buffy, and she's a vampire slayer, he says with obvious admiration. That's an old show, I tell him. We don't talk that way anymore. People are dressed as they are in this era, he protests. Their speech is also the same. It's not real old, I amend, but it's not new either. We don't use some of those words anymore. The slang words change, he notes thoughtfully. Is Veronica Mars an old television show? Been watching Netflix? I guess before smirking at him. You like blondes, huh? I tease. Yes, he answers sincerely. The atmosphere between us becomes awkward, at least for me, since my thoughts turn to the fact that I'm a blonde. Since he just admitted that he finds blondes attractive, I can't help wondering if he thinks that I'm attractive. It's strange to imagine Silas thinking of me that way, and I look away from him nervously. I notice a group of girls across the hallway watching us. 2 of them are blonde. We know your type now, I remark as I return my attention to Silas. You can ask out a blonde. There are plenty of blonde girls here. I don't want to date, he says. Why not? I question. You just said that you like blondes. I like to look at them, he states. It's odd. I never focused on the differences in appearances between people before. I guess it's part of being human, I comment. People notice things like that. Yes, he says, while he gazes at me with his dark eyes. Uh, do you want me to help you find your classes? I offer nervously. I studied the map of the school, he answers. I know where they are. I never bothered to look at the student handbook they gave me in orientation freshman year, but I realized that Silas actually used it for the guide it's intended to be, rather than tossing it in the trash like most students. Oh, good, I say. I will see you at lunch, he tells me before beginning to walk away. He halts after a few steps and turns to look at me. Later, he adds in a tone he is obviously imitating from a TV show. I smile in amusement. Later, I reply in the same tone. He's quite a distance down the hallway before I remember that I wanted to talk to him about eating lunch separately. The girls across the hall are still watching me, and if I chase after him now, I'll just give them more reason to gossip. I'm not really sure how to broach the subject with him anyway, so I put it off until later.